Hey guys. Should take water before starting, but I didn't. I am pleased to be hanging out tonight, working on my project here. That's right. I think that's doable. Anyway, doing this yellow layer. It's probably gonna take a couple. Yellow doesn't saturate very well generally, so if it's on anything that's even slightly darker than it, it's usually a couple layers at least. My guess is several, but these are uh, three. This is a planet's surface, and it's just a sort of a swirling mass of storms, or maybe not storms even, but some form of weather that is occurring and takes the shape like sort of like Jupiter. I always thought it was a really pretty planet with all the swirly storms and stuff. But these don't have to be storms because those storms are quite violent. These could be, you know, mists of super feel good stuff. I don't know. I don't do a lot of live stuff. I'd like to, but I don't know, if there's any desire for it or not. My guess is maybe, but I wouldn't know. We'll see. Get a little bit of a punch. Now that hooked in there real nice. This is just a series of sort of arbitrary swirls. I kind of let what was behind it define it a little bit because I wanted certain things to be seen. So it kind of guided the lines, but they're supposed to look, almost like a pour painting, but not quite. And I don't know. I'm kind of working out like this would be a good question if there were a group here. But I feel like it'd be neat if there was some large structure on the surface of the planet that would be visible from our vantage point. Like the structure would have to be absolutely huge, right? Probably reaching into the upper atmosphere, even surpassing it, maybe sitting on top of all of this, all of this swirl and stuff. There would be something yet on top of it. I don't know though. Would be pretty cool, but I don't know exactly, I think it'd be pretty cool. It might be, you don't want to be too much either. I say that with these complex looking swirls, but it's really not too much when we're thinking about a whole planet. Been at this for a couple hours already tonight. Probably should have started streaming back then. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Let's push these numbers up from nothing. Let's get one click, one view. It's all I'm asking for. It's all I'm asking for. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's all I'm asking for. La 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 la. You have not yet seen Cannibal the Musical, immediately turn off this stream and go watch it. It is funny. Funny as a banshee. The yellow will take a couple coats, but you can see that there is a certain definition with that the super thin outline of this purplish color, which partially I use to smooth it because the surface, this paint kind of, the layers under it, are make the surface kind of challenging, I guess you could say. So trying to do nice thick layers right now to sort of try to smooth it out a little bit too. Get rid of some of these deep troughs and stuff that are in the paint that is dried. I'll give it another like 10, 15 minutes or so. And probably switch over to Instagram and be doing the same exact thing. Sucks my music stopped immediately upon the beginning of this. I was really looking forward to that music too. Under the silence for you, the people, because I am kind. Am I not merciful? This is kind of a fun layering technique. I recently finished a painting, and so half of this surface stuff I knew would just be very free form for a while. Now it's starting to get dialed in a little bit because the layers are starting to culminate. We're starting to run out of new layers to add, and that's fine. I'm starting to be mentally ready, let's say, to have the wavelength to even want to start taking on the more challenging aspects of this piece, which will be a lot of the straight lines and stuff of the sort of the suit of the spacesuit that our hero, Spaceman Lou, is wearing. From our vantage point on this right now, though, you can't even see what I'm talking about. But trust me, it's there and it's amazing. Or what will be anyway. Or at least I will do my best to render it in a way that amazes. That fair to say?